Webb Show.
Sit back, relax, just chill, tune in. Sit back, relax, just chill, tune in. It's the Masheba. Masheba Webb Show. Masheba Webb Show. The Masheba.
And it's another Saturday right here at the Masheba Webb Show, and I am your hostess, Masheba Webb, and y'all know how I do it. To my left today, okay, I have the most amazing young lady.
Yes.
All right, she is a life coach.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
and she goes by the Relatable Coach. And her name is
Farrah.
Yes.
Yes.
How are you, sweetie pie?
I'm well, very well.
Oh my
yes.
God. Listen, you have booked this show for a while now.
I have, yes.
And I said, how did you find me? How did we get together?
So I actually saw I saw a video of yours with someone that I knew, and I was like, that would be pretty interesting if I can get on there and kind of spread some of my good news and some encouragement.
Absolutely.
Going on there, and I reached out to you, replied right away, and I was like, oh, cool. I was like, that's great.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I love your upbeat spirit. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. So, now, does your coaching extend to marriage? Because I got some. I don't want to get to the bag today.
Yes. So,
Okay.
Yeah,
So tell the world, who is Farrah?
I'm Farrah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been through a lot of things within my lifespan, and one thing that I am a survivor of is domestic violence. My first marriage, I was married for about 18 years. I kind of stopped counting. And I went through a lot of verbal abuse and just being torn down, ridiculed, and just called every name in the book and like belittled, and kind of, I wouldn't say I lost who I was, but I was starting to really gain knowledge of what made me happy.
Absolutely.
And it took a toll on me. After a while, I did finally wake up, and I divorced him. And after that, I had my moments of uplifting Farrah.
Okay.
And during that moment, it was a kind of lonely place. However, it definitely helped me learn who I was, appreciate who I was, and love on myself. And with all of that knowledge of gaining that confidence and changing that mindset up, it definitely geared me towards greater things for myself.
Ooh, that is amazing. Now, listen, when you booked the show, you did not know that I was a survivor of domestic violence.
Get out of here.
You didn't know that. Let me put myself back on this camera.
No, I did not know that.
You didn't know that.
No.
And that's how God works. That's what is called divine order. Things come divine and in order, okay?
Yes.
About 2006, I was arguing with my husband at the time, and he was schizophrenic and he was hearing voices. And I broke his phone. I wanted to. I was mean.
Okay.
But I was also on drugs back then.
Okay.
Long story short, I've been homeless, sleeping in my car, lost all my kids, married to an NBA player. But this one particular day, we were arguing, and he ran at me, reared back, and punched me in the face. And my neck snapped back.
No.
And I fell back, and I'm like, Lord, in my brain, I'm praying. I'm praying. I'm like, Lord, what next? He said, tuck your neck in, tuck your neck, chin to chest. And I fell. And then I got back up steady. You know how black women do.
Yeah.
We don't get enough.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We don't get enough.
No.
And so I kept going and I kept talking, and he came and ran. I didn't think he was going to do it again, but he did.
Jeez.
He ran and just wailed and just, I'm talking about with all his might. And this time, his brother was in between us, and he literally reached over when he ran. That's why I didn't think he was going to hit me the second time, because his brother was standing in front of me, and when he ran, his brother was right there. He said, "Psh," and my head was right over his shoulder. He cocked up, and the third time I fell, and I just felt my neck snap, and I walked around a whole year, and they told me nothing was wrong with my neck. And I said, God, they told me your drug-seeking behavior. I had been there like 150 times in that year. Okay. And I said, Lord, I will not come to this hospital. But again, you know what's wrong with my neck. And as soon as I said that, 3 knocks on the door. It was a doctor that came in. He said, Masheba, I know you've been here a lot. I know you don't want to talk to nobody. I know you're frustrated. You're angry. He said, but I know what's wrong with your neck, and I can fix it if you come to my office tomorrow. Now, this was one of their doctors. I went to that man, and he took 1 x-ray, sis.
Jeez.
And found my broke neck.
Jesus.
And 5 surgeries later, here I am today. 20 years later, off drugs. Got my kids together. Got 8 grandkids. COO of Soul TV. Massage therapist. Caterer. Listen.
Talk about it.
Let's go. God is amazing, isn't
Asset
he?
woman.
Come on.
Asset woman.
Listen. Yes. Now, when you were talking about this domestic violence, how did you have to go? What was your process when you were in it?
So when I was in it, it was mainly my empathy. That he was a complete narcissist. And
for those who don't know what a narcissist is, why don't you tell them what a narcissist is, sis?
So that's a person that pretty much put the blame on you for every single thing that happens. They could stump their toe and it's your fault.
It's your fault.
You could not even be there and it's still your fault because something happened.
Absolutely.
Not only that, they control you. They try to pull you away from your family and friends if you have any people that are close to you. They belittle you whenever they want to. It's kind of like a revolving circle. And then when you do find the courage to maybe leave, which it happens very often, you leave and then they woo you to come back.
Yeah.
And it's just a repetitive thing where you are spinning on this wheel every single time. And the pattern never stops. It's just, they prey on the empathetic people because they feel like they're going to feel pity for them. However, they have the mindset of controlling every single thing you do. Like they play victim.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now that's tough. That's tough to get out of.
Yeah.
How did you do it, sis?
So it took some years.
Let's talk about it. Let's help somebody.
So it took me about good 20 times I left, came back.
20.
Yeah. Maybe more than that. It was always I'm not going to do it anymore, or I'm crying now. I need you. You shouldn't leave me. So with all of the things that it definitely was God that brought me out. It was God that kept me because me being as tiny as I am, I never had a broken bone. That does get to that point sometimes. He wasn't physical. It was more of the verbal and the belittling and the controlling. It's just as bad. It is just as bad.
It is.
So with following the patterns of the things that he would do, I kind of just start praying for strength. I had a prayer closet then, and I just started praying that God help me get out of this situation because I knew that I was praying that God would change him, but God wasn't saying that.
Right.
So I had to switch that prayer up.
It's always, isn't that something we used to pray, like, God, fix this person, change this person, but it's always geared towards us.
Yes,
Somebody say it again. It's always geared towards us. It starts with home. It starts at home. It starts with you.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
I'll tell you got to know what you're doing when you pray. Okay?
Yes, you do.
Absolutely. So let's talk about this amazing brand that you have. Now, you have a concept that you sent me.
Yes.
And what is that?
So that is my movement, which is Girl, You Are the Asset. I birthed that last year. It was something that God gave me. And I just, dwelled upon it and came up with the whole mission behind it.
Now, do you know it by heart?
No, but I can sum it up.
Okay, it says asset woman is a woman that embraces her future by not allowing her past mistakes or decisions or negative upbringings to dictate her value, but uses her past experiences to better and grow her value. That is beautiful. Yes. So now with your brand, what kind of coaching, what are you doing? Let's talk about all that you're doing.
Okay, so I am a relationship coach. The reason I just said, the niche is relationship is because I feel like with me knowing the good and the bad of relationship, I am married now, just recently, and I'm in a very good marriage, a very good relationship. So I feel like, just empowering women in general that feel like, I'm just going to stay here with him because this is all I got, and we got kids together and this, that, and the other. And, if you're not being treated well and you're not being shown the love that you should be shown, then you really need to reanalyze things.
Come on now.
If it's pulling you down and pulling you away from your purpose of who you are,
you better say it.
And it's not, it's not goal related. You're constantly getting yourself out of the hole, even when it comes to debt, and things of that nature. When you are in a good place with someone, and you can really hold your head up. You can, not saying that they give you that confidence, because I gained all of that confidence on that little break of not being with anyone.
Come on now.
Which was about,
that is a necessity that we always, I say black all the time, but we as black people, we never want to take a break. We don't never want to take a break for us because we afraid to be alone.
Well,
oops, did I say that?
Did you say that?
Did I say that?
I think you did.
How many people in here, including me, I don't like being alone.
Yeah.
I don't like being alone.
Yeah.
I'm a boss, but I don't like being alone. I do not like being alone.
I feel
but
you.
How do, as far as your brands of counseling, I say brands of counseling because you do many different levels. So you do young adult. Let's talk about the different levels of your counseling.
Okay, so it is, for couples that are going through situations where they just can't find that happy medium. Giving advice on that, you can never tell anyone what to do in their situations. However, if I can show you a couple pointers that I know work,
absolutely,
you may want to try them.
Come on.
And the same with young ladies. I've seen so many young women that are in relationships with young men that are not treating them well.
Absolutely.
And then we need to realize that as being a woman, you are the asset. Okay,
listen, come on
because
now.
let me tell you where you're going. You're going to have a home someday. Okay, and by you having that home, you being in that home, you are the asset of that home.
Because period.
Let me tell you, because when little Joey gets sick, who he go to? He don't go to daddy, he go to mama.
Come right to mama.
And when mama don't feel so well, the whole house is sad.
We got to go to
because
Jesus.
we are the asset.
I love it.
We are the asset. Okay, we set the peace in the home.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what I have 3 daughters. I didn't have sons, but I have 3 daughters, and by me having a drug addiction in my earlier life and leaving them with their father, I didn't leave them with a head. I didn't leave them with a neighbor.
Yes.
I didn't leave them with somebody I left them with their father.
Okay.
And their father raised them.
Okay.
But looking at the decisions that they had made in their teenage years, because I felt guilty. I felt like it was my fault. And sometimes when we look at our kids, we see us in them, and it's real hard getting the us out of our kids. It's real hard. And the other hard part, the terrible part that I hated, but I thank God that I felt like a black cloud was over my head when it came to my children and the relationships that they choose.
Okay.
Like their boyfriends.
Yeah.
You know, toxic. You know, some of them can be so very, very toxic. And then, you know, we as adults, we have our toxic moments. You know, some of us, I'm going to speak for my own self, you know, we have our toxic moments. And then we look at that child like, you're not supposed to be. We have to break it down and teach that child the way, like invest, and like you're doing with your beautiful daughters that we're going to be talking about soon. It breaks my heart to see young adults that do not know their worth. They are out there with this thug and he got his pants hanging down, and then you go to the car door and you stand there and he don't know what to do. He done got in the car, but you standing out there waiting because your mom and daddy told you that if it's a gentleman, he's
supposed to open that
he's
door.
gonna open the door, and don't you dare let nobody come to your door and blow the horn.
Yeah, that was a no.
You better not do it on Carlington
You running
Street.
outside to get in the car. No, he better come inside.
He better come on in
and meet the family.
You better come on in here. You better come on in the room.
Come on in the room.
Okay, because
yes.
it's the values of it all. It's 2024. When we were kids, baby, when we were kids, we were really allowed to be children. We were allowed to. We were outside.
Yes.
And we played until the lights came on.
Until the sun went down.
And the grandma, which y'all granny, okay, I'm sure she said, listen, you make sure you back in here by the time them lights come on. Did she say that? Did she tell you?
My mom?
Your mom?
Well, you know.
What was your rules? What she do?
You know, we just knew. We didn't wait for the street lights to get cut off. We was like in the house already.
She said we just knew.
Yeah. Usually after, once it's time for dinner, you in the house. You're going back outside.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, and that's a part of my panel that I just did. Actually, was concerning the upbringings and the different attachments that you get young.
Beings that you mentioned, the things that you put on, I had noticed. I didn't get it in here. I don't know why I didn't get in here, but that's the only thing that I didn't get in here. The video that you had sent, the video commercial. You're having a event coming up soon, aren't you?
That was the past event. That was the one in March.
That's why I didn't put it on there. Okay, but guess what? I looked in the middle of that was my godson, Jeremiah Shackelford.
Yes.
Did you know he does his podcast right here?
I did. That's the mutual person that I was talking to you about. Yes.
I said, wait till I tell. Okay.
Yes.
I said, let me see who she. I said, I don't remember who you told me that you found me through. I don't think you mentioned his name, but you just said.
No, I don't think I mentioned. I just asked you. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but we know each other pretty well. He's like a nephew.
He's amazing.
He is.
Is he amazing?
He is.
He's amazing.
Plays so well. He's the best bass player ever I've ever heard.
Listen, I got some of his work in here, girl. I got his music in here.
That's good.
Yes, Jeremiah Shackelford is the way to go. Okay, the good band is the way to go. All right, I'm going to actually fly him to where George Floyd was killed. And I'm going to do his video.
Oh, that's going to be great.
That's going to be amazing, isn't it? That is going to be absolutely amazing.
He did a cover over that song,
He
correct?
did. He did. Yes. And it has a beautiful cover.
I heard
it. But can you imagine that song sung at the mural of George Floyd?
That's going to be wonderful.
Ooh, when he hit them.
I can't wait to see it.
Jeremiah hit them notes that tug at your heart. You understand what I'm saying? We love Jeremiah Shackelford here at the Masheba Webb Show and Soul TV. But you do events like that.
I do. So and my live panel was a panel of 10 people. I know I'm talking in past tense, but it will be another one.
I would love to be on one.
And I had young and older people on there. I had married and single. I had divorcees on there as well.
Okay.
And there was a bunch of questions that the audience asked the panel, and the panel answered the questions as given of their experience with whatever was being
Absolutely. And that's what it should be.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Teaching each other.
Oh, yeah. Each one teach one. You
That's
got to
right.
get it.
That's right.
You got to get it any way
Yes.
you can.
Yes.
It doesn't matter about the mistakes that you make in this life.
No, it doesn't.
I'm going to say it again. It does not matter about the mistakes that you make in this life. Because I'm telling you, I was one of the biggest mistakes. Child, I didn't ever think that I was going to keep this thing. Look at me now.
But look at you now.
Look at me now. What?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
That's what it is. It just
is.
is what it is. God is a good guy.
Oh, girl.
He's a good guy.
Hey, okay, don't
I
get
couldn't
my
do-
shoes on.
I couldn't do it without him. I'm trying to tell you.
Girl.
I couldn't do it without him. Jesus
I
is
can't
the
live a
man.
day. I can't breathe a breath without him. For real.
Listen
for real.
what you say. Now listen, let's talk about, I'm going to ask you some questions about marriage. Now, you've had experience.
Okay.
You're newly married now.
Yes.
I was going through some things with my husband, my current husband.
Okay.
I'm not even going to go back into it to rehash it, but let's just say that I was broken and now I'm past that. I'm healed.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, one thing I've learned in marriage is that I thought it was all about the butterflies. I thought it was all about the butterflies. I thought it was all about a feeling. No,
it's not.
no, I was so wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Those butterflies are there in the very beginning. Just I don't even know why they're there. They shouldn't even be there. We shouldn't have no butterflies.
Well, they call it the honeymoon phase.
Honeymoon.
Okay, so that's when they can never do anything wrong. You know, you can't see any wrong in anything they do
just
because you're just so
beautiful.
infatuated with, you know, he bringing you flowers, he doing this now. Oh, he's running my bath water. Nah, my husband don't run my bath water, but you know, he's wooing you. That's the phase of dating. You know, it's the phases of dating. But give it a couple months, 3-4 months, because the real McCoy gonna show up,
baby,
and it's gonna be either you gonna be okay with it or you're not gonna be okay with it.
The representative always gonna show up first. Who is he? Who is that representative? I had to learn that. I was like, Lord, I thought everybody had demonic possessions. I said something's wrong with every last one of y'all because I'm like, oh, it's the representative.
It is, and the same with you too. You kick it back. You kick it back to and see all the stuff you used to do. You know, and you ain't not guilty with this. You know, because we all do it. We put our best foot forward because we want to be selected.
We do, and it's a difference from putting your best foot forward than just to flat out lie.
Yeah, now that's true. Yeah,
it's a difference.
Those are called like red flags, though. When you start seeing those, that's red flags. So you might not make it. Okay, y'all might not make it into the next month.
She said y'all might not make it. Okay,
because you can't ignore those red flags. They start in the beginning.
Listen,
you know?
I tell you, listen.
He ain't texting back. He don't call you back. You know, he don't never answer the phone past 8 o'clock. He needs some
time to think about it. He done found somebody else. Okay, it's a lot. It's a lot that goes on.
It is
into having a relationship.
It is.
And if you're not serious about this thing, listen. Do like the Bible says. Stay single.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Stay single.
That's right. Because you know what? Marriage is a decision you make every single day.
Baby.
You know, you decide to choose that person.
Absolutely.
You know, every single morning you wake up, you decide to be with them. You know, and if they're treating you great and well, then it's an easy decision to make. You don't have to like worry about it. You know what I mean?
It is.
But you know, we put ourselves through some of these things. You know, and I can speak that I did. You know, I wanted the boy on the block, the thug. You know what I mean?
Oh, it ain't nothing like a good old thug.
The one, you know what I mean? He riding in a big black truck.
Digging the scene with the gangster lean. Woo woo. Okay,
you want that. You know, and
I got your daughter over here cracking up. Okay, honey, listen.
I wanted what was different because you know I was a PK. I'm a PK.
Girl.
I'm a PK. So, what?
I didn't tell you I was a PK too.
Oh,
did I
my
tell you
God.
my daddy passed?
Are you serious right now? This is why we're doing this.
You want to go to Florida for my birthday?
Come on, let's go.
No,
Let's go.
I'm
Where we
so
going?
serious.
Where
Like,
we
I
going?
literally have a Airbnb mansion down there, and yeah, somebody
When?
backed out
Where we
June
going?
3rd through the 8th.
Shoot, I just started a new job.
Doggone it. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about
We
it.
gonna talk. We gonna pray about this thing,
We'll talk
okay? Because I
about
feel
it.
like I found my sister
There you
from
go.
another mister. Okay,
Hey,
let's
hey.
go. So listen, speaking of my marriage, I
Yes.
don't. It's not about the butterflies.
Okay.
It's not about what he can do for you. It's about. Listen, it's about when that man gets sick, or when you get sick and you can't do for yourself. Love will keep you there.
Yes, it will.
Love should keep you there.
It should keep
Commitment.
you there. There you go.
It's the commitment
There you go.
of the love
Yes.
that you share together.
Yes.
That should be enough to keep you there, no matter what is going on.
No matter
when
what.
trauma happens, when something happens, it stops.
Yes, it does. It does. And, we should
Yeah.
be there for one another because of that. Because of the love we have for one another.
Absolutely.
And, that would be a horrible situation that you with the love of your life and then you just leave them because they're falling ill.
And that's something.
I think that would make them even more sicker.
So many have done it.
Yeah, it's
So
sad
many have
though.
done it. It
I
is
don't know
very
how you
sad.
could do that. I want my husband to take care of me. Like I told my kids, I say, when I get old and I go in and if y'all keep me somewhere in y'all house, I say, take my husband. I want him right there with me. We might be in twin beds,
Hold
I
up.
want him right there with me. Okay?
My daughter, hold on. I done turned the phone down. My daughter said to me, one of my daughters said to me, she said, I don't think the kids should have to stop their life to take care of their parents.
Oh.
Let's have a pause. Let's just silence. Moment of silence. Don't say nothing until you're ready, because I didn't know how to respond to that. Girl, did you see your head over there shaking like the sanctified? How do you do that? How do you say that?
Yeah.
That still bothers me today.
That's
It bothers me in my shana because I took my 80. Listen, I took my 80-year-old grandfather that had 8 living kids.
Okay.
And I took care of him.
All right. Yeah.
I can't imagine. My husband's mother, I would take care of her. One of my husband's mother, auntie, before we even got married, we was on the road to getting married, took care of her. Listen, I believe that if they took care of you,
That's right.
the love and the
love,
care
you
that
should.
they took with you,
You should want to take
come
care of
on,
them.
you
Exactly.
should want to do it
without even thinking about
without
it.
having to be asked.
Yeah, for sure.
Prompt or pride.
For sure.
Okay? Listen, love covers a multitude of sins.
It does. It does.
And
It
I'm
does.
learning as I'll be 51 June 4th.
Oh,
And
okay.
baby,
Okay.
I've learned some things along this way.
Yes.
And a lot about love. I don't think I knew what love's. I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
a sister come to my show. Her name was Staffy Blakely. And she asked me, she said, do you know what love is?
Yeah. It's more than a feeling.
I thought I did. I thought I did. But I'm here to declare you, Staffy Blakely, I didn't know
Yeah.
what love was. I thought love was what a person could do for you.
Nope, it's not.
Come on now. What?
It's not.
It's not?
No, it's not.
I thought love was those butterflies that you had in your stomach.
Nah, because them turn into moths.
No. They be just flying around. You got holes in your clothes, don't know where they come from. It's moths. It's moths. It's a lot happening. It's a lot happening here at the Masheba Webb Show.
Yes,
but
it
guess
is.
what?
It
We get
is.
listen. I'm getting ready to play a song.
Okay.
And actually, I'll be wearing it out. We're gonna play a little Jeremiah Shackelford since we was talking about Jay.
Okay.
We're gonna
Okay.
take a little break, pause for the cause, and when we come back, I want you to introduce Miss
Dalia.
yes, we're gonna get to the bottom of the bag and get to the nitty gritty with the kids.
Yes.
Right now, you're listening to Masheba Webb on the Masheba Webb Show. And this is Jay Shack with Change.
Mother, 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 father, 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 there's so many of us dying, leaving our babies crying. We need a word from above. Send healing in your precious love to cover this wicked world, oh my, from heaven straight above. Times are getting harder, days are getting darker. Lord, we just can't make it if you don't provide for us, Father. We need a word from above. Send healing in your precious love to cover this wicked world, oh my, from heaven straight above. Mothers are crying, brothers are dying. How can you be so silent when they are being so violent? We gotta keep on fighting, though they'll say we're rioting. One day it'll all change. I'm so sick and tired of living this pain. One day, someday it'll all change. Oh, yeah. One day, someday, it'll all change. Oh, I believe a change gon' come. Change. Said it will come. Yes, it will. Oh, yeah. We gotta keep on fighting, yeah. We gotta keep on pushing. Said it will come. I really believe. Oh, yeah. And the present justice everywhere. Said it will come. Deep down, I believe it will. Change gon' come. In my heart it will come. Said it will come. Yes, it will. Said one day, someday, change will come. We gotta hold on. Lost and heavy, you get weak along the way, but we gotta keep the faith. Oh, yeah. Change gon' come. Yes, it will. I believe it.
That was Jay. That was Change. Jay Shack. My God, son. My little, he's just an amazing, phenomenal artist and can play that guitar like nobody's business. Now listen, before we move on, I have two things before we introduce your daughter.
Okay.
And I do have her on camera right now, but I want to ask you, how did you become the relatable coach? How did this happen for you?
So that was all birthed along with The Girl You Are an Asset. You know, I wanted to go into a place where I can really be geared and helpful with dealing with relatable situations and, you know, in relationships.
Okay.
And basically my purpose was birth. I went to a women's conference where there was a life coach there. Her name was Lisa. And she was just talking to everyone in the audience, and a prophecy came from her to me. She asked me to stand up and asked me to read off what I had written on my paper as far as my purpose, because that's what the whole seminar was about, finding your purpose with words that are, you know, relatable to yourself. And as I read that off, I could feel like the Holy Spirit just like, the paper was shaking. I'm like, oh God. And then she was like, you know what? That's your purpose right there.
Yeah.
And, you know, and ever since then, I ran with it. You know, because it took me a while to realize why am I going through so much, God? Like, why did you take me through all of that? I know you got to spin it around some type of way, you know, but it just took me a minute after all my healing and after me, you know, in my lonely place, in my brokenness, you know, and then coming out on this end with a very great marriage, you know, he said it was time. So
I love God and his timing.
Yes.
That is the thing right there. That's the key.
It
not
is.
your timing, not
No,
his
it's his
timing.
time.
It's God's timing.
It's God's timing.
Ooh, I love it. I love it.
Yes,
Now
yes.
listen, up here at the Masheba Webb Show, I done got a third guest, a second. It's 3 people at the table, honey. It's spread it, okay?
Yes.
She's a phenomenal, beautiful young lady. I
Yes,
thought
she
she was a
is.
teenager. I didn't know she was up in here married with love and marriage, love and marriage. I didn't know that we had that going on at the table, but
yeah.
we do.
Yes, we
And
do.
her name is...
Leah.
Hey, baby. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. I thought you was a little baby girl.
Oh, that she is my little
She's
baby
look at
girl.
them, got them baby edges, just little baby hairs. Just her edges are still baby. Yeah, she's just as pretty as she wanna be. I tell you,
Look at her.
them light brights better be glad they ain't got they face together,
Look at her,
because they
they'll
would
be
be
on
right
here
up here
too.
on this. Yeah, they would be, and they know it too.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. How long have you been married, young lady?
I've been married going on 2 years now.
And how do you like marriage?
Everything is a compromise.
Come on now.
yeah.
You said she had something good to say, didn't
She's
you?
got some wisdom.
But every day, like my mom said, you have to choose that person. It's
Wait a
not-
minute. Hold up. Say it again. Back up. Say it again.
Every day you have to choose that person.
Yes, she said it. You do. Over and over and over again.
Yes.
You got to keep doing it. Go ahead. Go forth. You ministering. Go ahead. You preaching.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said, I felt like it was something in the back of that.
She got it.
Come
She
on.
got
Go
some.
ahead. Just minister. Let it go. Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, every day, like I said, you have to constantly choose that person. The words I do is not just something that we take lightly, especially with my religion. So I feel like every day it is a battle. You have good days, you have bad days, but at the end of the night, you choose that person.
Oh my God, that is beautiful.
Yes, it
That is absolutely beautiful. Now, have you ever been in a bad relationship? You know, because they say if you've never been in a bad relationship, you wouldn't know what a good one was
is.
like. So, have you ever been in a bad relationship?
I have.
You have, and the one you're in now is just
It's healthy, it's growing.
it's healthy and it's growing. See, that's fair, and that's real right there. Because she didn't come up in here and say it's the perfect marriage and we got this together and everything is going fine.
No, I'm not gonna be fake.
The bills are paid and we have food and everything is fine.
Yeah.
No, she came up in here and she said, what did you say?
It's a compromise.
It's a compromise. And I love that. It is a compromise. Now, what would you give a young lady that's in a situation like your mother came out of, what would you say to that young lady that is coming out of a relationship looking for love? What's next after you come out of a bad relationship?
I definitely would say that my advice to people always is to learn yourself, learn what you like, fall in love with yourself first.
Come on.
If you don't know what you like and know what what you love about yourself, you really don't have anything to offer to anyone else.
Absolutely.
So you got to do some healing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, if Dr. Barbara Bankston was here, I'm going to tell you right now, what she would tell us to do is heal. That would be her last word.
Yes.
Of the day.
Yes.
That would be it. I had asked, I was having a conversation with some people, and I was saying how far, thinking back just how far God has really just brought me from, Leah. You know what I'm saying? Like drug addiction, all of that. And just looking at my world, like, God, let me tell you something. God got a sense of humor.
He does.
Do y'all believe that God has a sense of humor?
Absolutely.
God,
Absolutely.
listen, He made us.
Yes.
And I know good and well, Jesus, God has laughed. He has snickered.
Like, look at her down there. Look at her.
No doubt I have made Jesus
Let me help her
laugh
up.
till
Let
he
me help
cried.
her up.
Okay?
Blow her off
This
a little
girl
bit.
is a nut. This guy, I tell you, I get her up, she run right back into the
Right back
wall
in it.
again.
Didn't I tell you to stop doing
My
that?
goodness. Oh my God. So what give them some advice. You said heal. What else do you recommend?
I recommend therapy.
Ooh, did she say the T word? She said, yeah. She said therapy. It ain't nothing wrong with it, honey.
sure isn't.
Listen, let me tell you something. I cried when my therapist retired, child. Listen, he had a whole waiting room full of people, okay? And I was in his office like,
Who gonna take me now?
Don't go.
Okay.
I'm not moving out of this seat until Jesus come. I'm not, go ahead and get your other customer. I'm not moving. Listen, he waited right there.
Yes.
And he talked to me. And he got me through that thing, okay? And I tell
bet.
you better, it's okay. I know there's a Dr. Sabrina Jackson, and that's one of my cliches. I say, it's okay to have Jesus and a Dr. Sabrina.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
It is absolutely
It is okay.
okay.
You're not crazy. Right.
Now, what is the biggest cliches about people going to get counseling? What do you think, Leah?
Well, I believe, especially when it comes to Black men, I feel like therapy is an issue.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
they,
Come on.
'cause we were raised Black men.
Yeah.
But they were raised not to cry, to, poke your chest out. Crying is for girls, so.
What's this? I had a question, and I didn't get to it, but it comes up right now. What about that box? That box that men crawl into. You know the little box they crawl into? And it's a little itty-bitty space, and they just get into the box, cram themselves in
I ain't gonna talk
it.
to nobody.
But
I ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. Don't come in. I don't want you to touch my issues.
I don't need you. I don't need anything. I'm fine. Knowing you hungry and you want some of what I just cooked, but I don't need that. I'll get a hot dog. I'll do my own laundry. I'll do this. What is up with the box?
They're afraid to feel.
What?
That's what it is.
Say it again.
They're afraid to feel.
Your daughter up in here dropping
Yeah.
atomic bombs.
She's got a lot of wisdom. She's been through a lot. She's my oldest.
Man.
So in the household, she saw a lot of things, and she did almost repeat. Thankfully, she got
It's
out
easy
of that
to do.
relationship.
It's easy to repeat.
That's why I'm talking about that attachments. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
your upbringing, because that's what makes who you are today.
Absolutely.
So if you don't change that scenario up with how you were brought up, sometimes, then you will carry that on.
You will carry it on and on and on.
Yes.
My God. So, what would you say? Let me see. I could ask this 2 or 3 ways. What would you say to, okay, let me go here. What have you said to your sisters in some of the situation? What's some of the advice? Because someone watching right now is going through something, and baby, you sat down at this table for a reason. You wasn't
She
even
did.
a guest
She didn't even
on
know.
the show. Okay,
Look at God.
You weren't even a guest
Look
here,
at God.
and I thought she was a kid, so I didn't. You know, it was all a God thing.
It's my baby.
You got some nuggets. You got some serious stuff in your bag. And I need you to unpack some of that. I need you to, I'm going to put the camera on you because we are 44 minutes into this show. I need you to just talk. I really want you to just break it down. And I'm going to put my song in the background just for us to undertone you, baby. And I just want you to talk. Whatever it is that God is telling you right now, whatever it is, I don't care how long it take you. If it take you 5 minutes, whatever it is that God tell you to say, I really want you to minister. Please. Here we go.
My advice to, well, I tell my sisters all the time is to find your purpose. In the process of finding your purpose, you have to do some healing, especially if you've been through a toxic situation, domestic violence, whatever it may be. Because you gotta, once you get out that situation, there's a lot of healing to do. I would definitely recommend therapy to everybody.
Come on now.
My therapist is my best friend. That's my best friend.
Yes.
Because you talk to that person and it don't leave that room. It can't leave
Absolutely.
that room.
Absolutely. Now, do you have a professional therapist?
I do.
You should have brought the phone number. You got the phone number by heart? Did you have it on lock? Because if you know that thing by heart, I just don't be embarrassed, honey. Shoot that on out there.
Yeah, well, it's called, the practice is called family mustard seed therapy.
Family mustard seed. That's good already.
It is Christian based. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would definitely just recommend, and then people that are in relationships, you got to know their relationships to go through stuff.
Absolutely. Come on, girl.
If you ain't ever been through something, you can't go nowhere. So with that being said, like you got to be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the person that you're with.
Absolutely.
Everybody have bad days.
Yes.
And be kind to yourself.
Definitely. Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah. Well, I just want to thank you, sweetheart. That was absolutely beautiful. Now I'm going to take it to your mommy. What are some nuggets? What are some things? What? Follow your daughter. Talk. I want to put you on the camera, and I want you to just say what thus saith the Lord. Whatever God is telling you to say, I want you to take that and run with it.
So I would give out some advice and mindset. On changing that mindset, you have to definitely acknowledge the mindset you have. And rather it can be a good mindset or it can be a bad mindset. But if it's a bad mindset, you definitely need to change it up. And how do you change that up? You change it up by your surroundings. You change it up by expanding your territory. Doing things that you don't normally do. Like me, I'll be out on the golf course. I don't know what I'm doing, but I go out there, hey, and I like it. I like being outside. I like driving a golf cart. You know what I mean? Yeah. So have a broad spectrum on different things. Don't just lock yourself in a box, because this is how you build your confidence and making you who you are, making you greater than what you think you are. You have to learn on loving things that you enjoy doing, and how are you going to learn things that you enjoy doing if you don't try them?
Come on.
So it's just about that mindset. If you can switch that mindset up, you'll be a greater person.
You're going to be a bad mama jamma if you can get that stinking thinking out of there, okay?
Yes.
Get that stinking thinking out of there. Now, baby, how can they reach out to you? If someone wants to counsel with you, how can they reach you?
You can reach me through my email, which is f.english@yahoo.com. Or you can simply direct message me through Instagram. It's Farrah, all one word, Farrah the Relatable Coach. And just DM me, and we'll get in touch, and we'll talk, and we'll chat, and we'll see what's going on, and I can definitely see if I can help the situation.
Absolutely. Now, do you have an age?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Because it shouldn't be an age. Because I actually had someone reach out to me that was older than me to ask me advice.
And that's
concerning something, because she knew what I had went through. So it's not. I don't
and
even
that
judge you by your
qualifies you.
age.
That qualifies you. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, now, sweetheart, how can they reach you if they want to reach? Hey, they might want to go to the Family Mustard Seed of Faith, honey. They might want to go. They might need that number. Okay. How can they reach you?
Well, you can reach me on Facebook, The Wheel of Friends.
Okay.
And I spelled DLIYNH.
Okay. Now, do you have any businesses or anything? Are you entrepreneurs?
Makes candles. I make candles. I'm in nursing school too. She is.
Come on, let's give it out. Oh my God, this is beautiful. I love it. I need some candles. I'm a candle woman, okay? I need a candle in every room burning. I need the feng shui, get the shanana, the shrink the dinks out of here. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need some candles. Are they good priced? Are they reasonably priced?
They are.
Okay. Can you make me some lavender candles? Because I'm a massage therapist, shrink the dinks, and I need
That's a great
the
idea.
aromatherapy going. I need the extra. I need you to give it an extra right in the lavender. Okay, that's what I need. Okay, guys, it's another successful edition of the Masheba Webb Show. I am your hostess, Masheba Webb, and remember, God is love. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Until next Saturday, we'll see you.
The Masheba Webb Show. Masheba Webb Show. Everybody out here, come and sing with me. Masheba Webb Show. Masheba Webb Show. The Masheba Webb Show. Sit back, relax, just chill, tune in. Sit back, relax, just chill, tune in. It's the Masheba Webb Show. Masheba Webb Show. The Masheba